So Hank, now we are outside and ready to prepare the tree to install the bucket. So tell us how, please. What are we doing?
Okay, a 12-inch tree this size would get one tap, one bucket. And we never tap in the same place we did last year. We tap a new hole every year. And you can see, these are some of the old ones here. And there's one there.
Yep.
One there.
That was,
one here. We never tap in the same place. We always tap in a new hole.
Why? Why is the hole closed after a year?
Well, the holes, we don't. When we take the spiles out, we don't put anything in it. We let the maple tree heal up naturally. Yes. And you see the way it's completely sealed over the end.
Yes.
The hole is still in there, but it's sealed over the end, and there's no rot in the tree. In the trees, there's no decay in the trees. So we drill a new hole. And we got to pick out a spot now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Does it have a difference between the height of where the bucket will be?
You can tap any place up and down, or any place around the tree. And we try to tap around the tree. If we have like 4 trees, we tap in all 4 segments of the compass: north, east, west, and south.
Yeah. And
the reason for that is that if we have a good freezing night, when the sun comes up in the morning and hits the east side of the trees, they'll warm up the quickest, and that one will flow. And the same thing is if it's cloudy like this in the morning, the sun comes out in the afternoon, the ones on the west side will flow better.
Yeah. Oh, so you always almost have a flow from the tree, from the different
compass points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So what do you do first? You have to drill a hole?
We drill a hole. And we're drilling a 5/16 hole. We used to drill 7/16, but these are, we call health spouts now. And I'll explain those in a minute.
Okay.
But they're a much smaller hole. And some of these here were the large drills. And when you take the spiles out, on the large 7/16 diameter hole, it would take 3 to 4 years for the hole to seal over completely. On the little ones with the 5/16, it only takes 1 to 2 years. So it's much healthier for the trees.
For the tree, yeah.
And most sugar makers now are using them.
And the bigger the hole, it doesn't really make a huge difference as far as when the sap goes down, or no? Okay, so it's better not to hurt the tree too much.
Most sugar makers now are using the smaller drills because it's much healthier for the maple trees.
Yeah. Okay.
And you drill a little bit of a down angle like that, so the sap will run out. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to get anything out of here or not.
Okay.
See, that's all nice white wood.
Yes.
And that's what you want. And if we were to drill in one of these old holes here, it would be dark dead wood. And you get no sap out of it.
Okay, so the next...
Are you getting ready now?
I am getting ready.
Well.
I am getting ready. Okay, oh, what am I doing with that?
You're going to catch the first drop that comes out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yes, underneath.
Catch. Watch. Coming. It's coming. Coming.
I'm patient. How do you know?
I know. Come on. Give.
No, really. When you do that and then you attach the bucket, you see that they start right away?
Yeah, see, when you're not
it just happened
you're not
now.
paying attention.
I am paying attention. Okay, so what should I do now?
Drink it.
Yeah, I will drink it.
Well, see if it's any good.
Oh my God, it's already tasty.
Look at it.
Okay, I'm not going
to waste.
Well, let's put the bucket into that, okay?
Okay. Then we put a nail in it right here.
For what? What the nail?
And hang the bucket up.
Okay.
And when we take these out, we always make sure that we get the nail out too.
Okay, so we push this. Comes the hole, and you're going to cover it. Oh yeah.
Listen. Now that is a sound all sugar makers love, to hear those drops dripping on an empty bucket. It's just a sound in its own.
I heard you say, I saw your website and it says that every drops has a different sound and that makes your day,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, it does. Every bucket does. Yeah.
Neat. So while we are looking at this, you know, it's what makes it the flow like this at that speed. It has something to do with the weather, right?
Yeah. An ideal sap day would be about 20 degrees, nice cold frosty night, and about 40 to 45 degrees during the day. And we haven't had a freezing night now in 5 nights.
Yeah.
So the sap isn't running very good. On a real good day like that, that bucket will fill in one day.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much sap you can get. No, the way it's dripping there now, we'd end up with maybe an inch or so in the bottom of the bucket by tonight.
Okay. So when do you have an inch, like because of the weather of today, when you have an inch of sap in the bucket, do you leave it there until it comes to a half full before you collect?
Depending on what the weather's going to be, we'll generally leave. Like today, we won't collect. We may look at them tomorrow and see if they're half full. We'll go and collect them. Now we'd like to get that sap in today and get it run through and made into syrup within 24 hours.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what
right.
It gives us a better quality of syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about the quality of the syrup when we are inside earlier. But so what we do is, how many maples do you prepare per season in your farm?
We're running about 500 taps now. We don't really keep track of the size of the trees. A tree that's this size with 12-inch diameter, it's a little bigger than the bucket. That's what we use for a gauge. 12 inch would get 1 tap. A big tree like this may have 2, and a real big tree may have 3 or 4 in it. Depends on the size of the tree and the health of the tree.
For our audience that are listening, when you say that a tree like this diameter holds like 1 sap, do you mean what's a sap? You mean a bucket?
One bucket. Yeah.
One bucket.
One
so
bucket.
this size of a tree holds 1 bucket.
Yeah.
Bigger,
Yeah.
bigger. You can go around and attach a few more. One more.
We very seldom will put over 3 buckets on any tree, on a real big tree.
No. Why?
Because we don't want to hurt the trees.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, I still can hear the song of this one. Want to cover?
Oh yeah, it's singing to us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
and we go around, we collect it, and we have the tank on a truck, and we have a crew that goes with us in the afternoon and empty them in 5-gallon pails, and then we'll see some tubing out and back there. The tubing is nice because we got that running downhill into a tank alongside the road, and then we come with the trucks and pump it out. The buckets, we have to manually take them off and empty them.
Yes, we'll go back to that. And let me go down here 1 second. And you want some? Okay. Normally, do you cover as well the?
No, what you do is
you just cover this part.
Press it down in the middle like that.
Okay, then it's. I see.
Like that, right?
Like that.
You did it.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
And we were talking, Mr. Peterson, we were talking about like you used to gather them by hand. How was it when I'm born on a farm, and at that point my grandfather, we had horses and a sleigh that we collected the liquid, which is the sap, right?
Yeah.
In English, I'm trying to find my words here. Was it like this for you in the early some years ago?
I was born and raised in northern Wisconsin, and we had a team of horses and a sleigh, same way, with a big tub on it.
Yeah.
And we'd wallow through the snow. And in that area of Wisconsin, they would get their annual snowfall is about 200 inches a year, and we've had 6 years. So.
Oh my God!
And but it was. I remember the thing I remember mostly. I had 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and I remember my brother and I hanging on the tail of those 2 horses and bouncing through the snow.
What a good memories.
Oh yeah, it was. And it was a fun time, and my dad and my grandfather were sugaring, and it was all done out in the woods and open, no shit, no shack, no nothing, you know.
No.
and it was all done. But,
Where were you broiling? At the house?
no, it was out in the woods.
Out in the wood as well, right?
And we boil it down till just about finished, and then we take it into the house, and my grandmother would finish it off in the house.
Yeah, same for us. And I remember having like 500 or 600 maple tree at that time. And like we had a lot of labor because, you know, being 8 brothers and 5 sisters, we were just this is labor. Do you do that by yourself here?
Well, I have a wife and a son. They both live up in Jackson.
Okay.
But I've got Sandy, one of the helpers here.
Yes.
We have a couple other guys that help us on the collecting. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And we use a couple of high school kids too. So
yeah, that's neat.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
Can get labor everywhere.
Well, it's hard to get labor. Well, nobody wants to walk around through mud with 2 5-gallon buckets in their hand.
No.
They can go to work at McDonald's with a nice uniform.
Yes. Do you, when you go up in the trees, in the wood up there, how many trees, I know you told me earlier that you count by buckets, so you don't count how many trees, but does it go deep in your farm?
Well,
it there?
goes, we can go around, we'll go around back and look out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take a little break and we'll be right there.
All right. Oh, we will do that.